Der Stadtchef ist wie ein Vater, der in schwierigen Zeiten Trost und Beistand spendet. The leader of a nation is like a father in difficult times, offering comfort and consolation. So you see, for all the difficult times and significant traumatic events that has taken place within the last 3.5 years in Grenada, you see that the gentleman who is supposed to be the leader of the nation, the consoler, the comforter, the one to reassure the people of Grenada in times of difficulty, has been negligent and has totally disregarded, and on some level it rises to a sense of disrespect, okay, and lack of empathy with the people of Grenada. We have seen tourists captured, murdered. We have seen several prison breaks. Nothing said to the nation. We've also seen the R word happening to young women at St. George's University. We have also seen the unfortunate situation with the young women we have also seen the unfortunate situation happening to the young women who are in the St. George's University School of Medicine. And then it was so tragic, had to leave the St. George's University School of Medicine. We're seeing several other situations that the right thing to do, a compassionate and understanding and empathic leader would have come forward and said, look, I feel your pain, Grenada. I understand what is going on, and I will make every effort within my power to ensure that these things do not happen again in the future. But instead we see a response that is petty bourgeois-like. We see a response that is condescending, looking down, as if this is someone looking down on their subjects, as if this is someone who would not interact with his subjects in times of difficulty. There is something wrong right here. There's absolutely something wrong right here. This comes across as someone that does not have any respect for Grenadians. This seems like this is someone who feels because he has bamboozled Grenadians and Grenadians have elevated him in their minds and in some respects has engaged in idol worship to this gentleman, that he feels he can do anything and get away with it, that he's not accountable to the Grenadian people. This is what this comes across as. I have used the Grenadian people in some respects. I have taken advantage of them. Okay? I got them to vote for me, and now I don't have any obligation to them. I'm enjoying this. I'm riding the waves. I'm riding the tide. But this is the same gentleman that closer to election will come back and plead with you and say to you, look, give me a second term. And some of us may have short-term memory. And some of us will literally get intoxicated with liquor and get intoxicated with lucre, okay? With money. And allow themselves to be fooled again. But you have to understand that if people can act like they're acting now in one term, in a first term, can you imagine what they would do in a second term if you give them another mandate? Could you imagine? You know, you think that sometime when you're just starting a relationship, you know, you just got into power, you'll play it nice. You know, you'll do everything to appease and to please your people. This gentleman doesn't care. There's such a deep-rooted level of, in some respects, I believe, arrogance, that he believes he can do whatever he wants. And then the Grenadian people will just have to take it. Nothing said to the nation. We have seen in recent times now a young lady brutally lost her life, okay, at the hands of a vicious killer, okay? And this gentleman, who is supposed to be like the father of the nation, coming to the nation, consoling the nation, comforting the nation, saying to the nation, while these are difficult times, don't you worry, we will do everything in our power to ensure that this does not happen in the future. This tells me that this gentleman does not have empathy. There is no way on this earth that you as a leader of a nation, okay, such grave, such difficult times are being experienced by the Grenadian people, and you show no compassion. You don't empathize. You don't come publicly and say to the Grenadian people, I understand what you're going through. I feel your pain. At minimum, that is what a leader does. I am lost for words. I don't understand. Even on a political level, it is politically tactful to come and do something like that, to embrace your nation in times of difficulty. It is unwise politically to disregard and ignore your nation. It says to us, or it says to your people, that look, all you cared about was being elected, voted in, and now you can tell the Grenadian people, kiss my rear end. This is what it seems like. But the Grenadian people will have their day, and they will have their say. I guarantee you that the Grenadian people will have the final say, and they would remember what was done to them. They would remember how you played with their emotions, how you disregarded them, and left them hanging in times of difficulty. That is not statesmanship. That, in some respects, comes across as the most callous thing that can be done to a nation. This evokes thoughts and feelings that this gentleman does not care, does not empathize with the Grenadian people, that he sees the Grenadian people as his subjects. It is no mystery that this gentleman said that King Charles has nothing on him, because I believe in some respects a delusion of mine exists that Grenada has so given their soul to this gentleman. They have actually placed their aspirations at the footstep of this gentleman, and instead of picking it up and lifting it up to the sky, this gentleman has trampled on the aspirations and the feelings and the emotions of Grenadians. When people entrust you with power, and when people endear themselves to you so much and offer you so much love, and you don't return the love, to me, in some respects, that is a cardinal sin against your people. But in this life, people can only treat you the way you allow them to treat you.
Sky so